This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for July 10th, 2025. It's currently June 30th, 2025, 1:01 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is $616.66. And the shuffle video for the July 10th reading was created on June 5th, 2025. That's this video right here. So what we'll cover in this video will be the overall trend direction for the day. We're going to give you the day-by-day sequence of chart events, as well as the timing of the highest high and the lowest low for the day, and any good trades that we may see. Some days there aren't good trades. It's important to understand, if you're new, listen up, this is super important. We're predicting the sequence of chart events. The timing is usually on point to the hour, but there may be cases where you'll need to give these one-day readings, plus or minus a couple hours of wiggle room, and that's because not each card's energy going left to right across the board lines up perfectly with 1 hour of time. So you have to allot for that in some cases. This is the main reason why I do not recommend trading this information alone. You should only be trading this information if you've got access to our Discord trade alerts and TradingView chart links. I will show you how to get those game-changing services at the end of the video. Without those, you should really just see this video as a guide of what our expectations are and entertainment purposes to prove that extrasensory perception exists and can be used practically in the real world. So let's get into it. We've got a unicursal hexagram over the theme card today, so we want to be mindful. There's either going to be a sharp drop off of the 10th, or there is a sharp drop taking place during the 10th, or a continuation from a previous one. There's a few ways you could read that, but there's a sharp drop somewhere very, very near to this reading. And my sense is that it's probably first thing in the morning, or even more so like overnight into a low at the open. Behavior around the highest high for the day. We have a rally increasing with a rally along a diagonal trend line, breaking through one horizontal resistance to meet another one before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. Behavior around the lowest low. We have a sideways fluctuating decline preceding a notable rally that forms the low for the day. And we're advised to trade around sideways S formation within a channel. So pretty mixed day where we decline from resistance to support, reverse, go all the way back to that resistance, and then reverse and go all the way back to that support, creating that sideways S shape. In the pre-market, a significant drop into lows right around the open. Period of volatility in and around the open with a sharp drop that'll stand out in that period of volatility. And it looks like there may be a notable move to the upside in that first half hour out of the low. I'm advised not to chase that move to the upside. There's an overbought crest between roughly 10 and 11 that will sell off from through multiple support levels, coming back down with a lot of price change to the downside into a low. Again, revisiting the low from the beginning of the day. We'll be revisiting it somewhere between 11 and 12. Between 12 and 1, we have a peak that forms after creating these lows. Peak that forms when we break through resistance, we stay above briefly, break back down through it shortly thereafter, and then that turns into a rally along a diagonal trend line taking place between roughly 1 and 2. That rally ends with a fast sudden move higher, and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down into a trough, probably just before 2 o'clock, and then we should have a really big move starting out of a decline out of that trough from the bottom of the range, going all the way to the top of the range, popping through resistance momentarily, staying above it there briefly, and then breaking back down through it shortly thereafter with a full retracement. That pop and then drop, creating the peak between roughly 2 and 3. The drop taking us into a low in the last hour, again, where we should see lows for the day, and a significant move to the upside out of those lows, possibly into a high or a peak for the day. Some price swinging going on there around the 10th. Sideways fluctuating rally preceding a decline in the post-market. Sneak preview for the following day. Sharp decline at some point in the day that'll stand out amongst other one-day readings. And it looks like it's probably at the end of the day. So what I would want to do is I would use this full card opportunity. If you got into a short position with this unexpected move higher on the 9th, you could close out of that short position at a low right around the open. If that doesn't work out or it's really quick and you miss it, hold tight. You'll be able to exit at that second low opportunity, at that second low between roughly 11 and 12. You could open up a long if you wanted to, but it's kind of risky with the unicursal and the theme position. It's kind of like going against trend almost. But it is possible you could open up a long at that low, close the long between 12 and 1, or between 2 and 3. But a better trade would be to look for that big move out of a decline going from the bottom of range to the top of range, probably just after 2 o'clock. Utilize that to open up a short position. Which I would probably close. If you can get away with closing it in the last hour, I would do that. If not, I would probably hold it into end of day on the 11th. And that's SPY for July 10th, 2025. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. And remember, guys, you don't want to be trading this information alone. It took me 26 years to figure out how to trade this stuff successfully. Learn from my mistakes. Don't make them yourself. So what you're getting is the early access. With the early access subscription are these live day trade alerts and a chat channel for SPY, as well as all of the videos that come out on YouTube. The free videos that come out on YouTube come out on our Discord channel first. That's the early access subscription. The way that you get that subscription, you go to our website, Tarot for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. Early access subscription is click here to subscribe, $150 a month. You make that and a bunch more back in just one trade, guys. And we're even on trades where we're wrong, we almost always, not always, you can't say always, but almost always, if I'm wrong on a trade, there'll be like a backup where we make up for it, or that being wrong at the beginning of the exit ends up being profitable on the secondary exit. This stuff it doesn't get easier to trade this stuff and consistently make money. So much love and appreciation to everybody that does that. Blessings to all my angel investors following the rule of karma on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. Much love and appreciation. I will see you guys on the next one.